Want to learn how to make this ornament using only paper napkins, a plastic ornament, and Mod Podge? So first what we're going to do is we're going to take these napkins, and I bought this at Dollar Tree. This was also from Dollar Tree, and this I got at Michael's, but I think I saw small bottles of this at Dollar Tree also. And to apply that Mod Podge, I'm just using a little piece of sponge. So first, I'm going to turn my camera so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to pour my Mod Podge onto here. Oh, actually, we're not at that step yet. We're going to first cut these little flowers off of the napkin. So I picked these because I just like the poinsettia flowers. I think they're really pretty. So I'm gonna just take scissors and I'm gonna first do a really rough cut because I'm gonna cut out this flower. So you can pick whatever napkin pattern you want. You can even pick out things that aren't flowers. You can pick stripes or just any pattern that you want. I'm doing a floral one. And the fun part about it is that you probably already have some holiday napkins lying around. So it's a great way to use up any of those leftover napkins. So I'm all about using and repurposing things so you could get more life out of it. So here, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I tell myself every day. And cutting out this leaf. So I have this, which I cut out from my napkin. And then now I get to pour my Mod Podge. So I shook it first because, yeah, you don't want it to. So I'm gonna pour a little bit here on my plate. Not too much. And then I'm gonna take my blank ornament. I like to use plastic because, you know, kids, you can use glass. I think it'll stick to glass too, but I like plastic. So I'm gonna just start to piece together. I think I'm gonna put it right here maybe in the front of my ornament. So I'm gonna take some Mod Podge, and first I'm gonna put it on the ornament to kind of get it to stick. Like that. Then I'm just gonna go over the Mod Podge, over the ornament with more Mod Podge to kind of glue it down. And the one that I got, it's this one. This is like a hard finish one. So like this one, it kind of, it's not completely see-through. It makes it a little bit like opaque. I guess that's the word. So anywho, but they have different finishes on it. But you want the one where you'd be able to see through it so that you can see the thing you cut out, the napkin. And Mod Podge, a little goes a long way, so you don't really have to put a ton. So that's my first flower. Then I'm gonna put it down here. And then I'm gonna cut more pieces from my napkin. And again, like you could do rough cut things or you could do very specific things. It's really up to you how fancy you wanna get. And for like little kids, you can also do like larger shapes. So you could find napkins that have like larger shapes, so I could cut this pine cone. This one's pretty easy to cut. So I think I'm gonna put it here on my ornament. I'm just gonna put it kind of next to it. Right there. And then you're just gonna kind of fill out your ornament with different pieces that you cut from your napkin. You can even do things like group together things, so it's more of a rough cut. So for example, you could do like a bubble cut where it's like a more rounded shape, like this. And bubble cutting is really good for if you have little kids that are doing this craft. So you can cut bubble cuts and then put it on there. But I'm extra, so I'm gonna cut mine out individually because I like cutting these out. It's almost therapeutic to just focus on just cutting these little things out. So if you have any napkins left over from your holiday parties, you can use it to make these ornaments. Or you can actually even use flowers. Like I've seen people do that with dried flowers or fake flowers, and they just Mod Podge it. But I think napkins work really well because they are thin, and so they dry really nicely. They dry nice and flat. Okay, so where should I put this? I think maybe I'll put it on the other side, my ornament here. So again, I'm gonna take my Mod Podge, put a little plop of it right there. That's not the right word. Dollop instead of plop. And then I'm gonna put it right there. And then I'm just gonna go over it with more Mod Podge. I'm trying to like hold it so you guys can see, but I still also need to see, so one day I'll get it right. Okay. Okay, so I try to push it down so that there's as few bubbles as possible, and to make sure that all the edges of it are lying flat against the ornament because you don't want it peeling or coming back up. There, like that. So on this side of the ornament, it's like that. And on this side, it's here. So now it's just a matter of filling it in. So I'm gonna put this here so it doesn't make my tablecloth all gluey. It's rolling away. Ah. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna cut out more flowers from my napkin. So here's another piece. Let's find a vacant spot. Maybe here? What do you think? Here? Yeah, maybe here. So I'm gonna put a little dollop of the Mod Podge, and then I'm gonna position this like that so that they overlap a little bit. Then again, just go over it with Mod Podge, flattening out the edges. And then also I have a suggestion too. So if you are using this type of Mod Podge, see how these parts that don't have anything glued onto it and don't have any Mod Podge, it's like a different finish. If you want to achieve this frosted glass look, just apply Mod Podge to the rest of it, so that all of the plastic parts are covered with it, so you get that frosted glass look. So far we have 3 flowers. I think maybe we have room for one more here. I think I'm gonna need like a smaller flower. Okay, so here's another flower, and that's okay. I know there's a seam there from where the napkin was, but that's okay. It'll get flattened. And I think we're gonna put it right here. I see like a little empty spot there. So we're gonna again put a dollop, hold it in place. And then after that, just Mod Podge it down. That. So now we have flowers all over it. And again, you can cover the entire ornament with flowers and little cutouts. You can cut out like the little leaves from this. So it's interesting, you'll see like little leaves and pine cones. And you can just cut out as much as you want of those little details and add it. So like you could just cut out just one little green leaf, and you could just add it and fill up any spaces that you feel are empty looking. Oop, stuck to my thing. So I just added that leaf there. So now I'm just gonna cover the rest of my ornament with Mod Podge, a thin layer of it to get that frosted glass look. But again, you can add more cutouts if you'd like. But see the bottom, I'm gonna just put Mod Podge all over that bottom. And if you change your mind and say this dries and then you realize, oh my gosh, I want to add more stuff to it, you can always just add more stuff to it. It's all good. Okay, all over the top. And then once that dries, let's let that dry. So once all of that dries, you're gonna have, I don't know why the camera's doing that. It's like not focusing. Okay, so once this all dries, all that Mod Podge dries, you're going to have an ornament like this, using only materials from Dollar Tree. I hope you enjoyed that craft. Hope to see you soon. Bye.